all good trauma counsellors will tell you that it can take a good 2 to 3 years for the symptoms of trauma and stress to kind of show in an individual. So don't end the care right there. There's all sorts of things you need to think about, obviously, in the immediate aftermath of them coming back. But you need to keep thinking about that for a good couple of years afterwards, because some of it may take a while to show through. And also think about the colleagues as well, because you can bet they're sitting in the office thinking, right, let's see how he deals with John, because actually that could have been me, because I was supposed to be on that assignment, and I'm watching you like a hawk to see if you're giving John the kind of care that I think I would want if that were me. So don't forget the colleagues. So, finally, just some practical hints about things you might think about doing in the office. First is thinking about reviewing your security and HR policies. I know those aren't two bits of the business that necessarily always work together or work together well. I don't know, maybe it does work for you. Have you thought about, have you got anything in place for family support? Have you, even if it's just a half page or a page of A4, that you've thought through what the issues are? We've got stacks of information that you could use as a starting point. Also think about what kind of support services you've got access to for a whole range of things. So, do you have an in-house organisational counsellor? What's covered through kind of employee health insurance? Do you have a doctor on site? I don't know, all sorts of things that you may just have access to anyway in the round, which in the case of a kidnap could come in incredibly useful. So, you know, a quick conversation with some of those providers to prime them, find out what exactly they could do and how they could help, or whether they've also got somebody on retainer who might be brought in that instance. You may find that you have some of the resources you need on the books already. I mentioned colleagues, also the crisis management team. I mean, this is a very particular kind of crisis to manage, obviously, and even those who are very good at crisis management can find it difficult managing a crisis where quite literally somebody's life is on the line. You know, have you thought about whether you've got the right people in place? Would you need to replace anybody on that crisis management team in the event of this particular scenario?